everyone, and welcome to the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's live coverage of high school volleyball. It's a Northwest Suburban Conference showdown and a border battle between the Coon Rapids Cardinals and the Blaine Bengals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sidelines, and Howie creeping towards the end of the regular season. Just 4 games remaining, including tonight's affair for the Cardinals, and looking for anything positive they can try and take into the playoffs.
Yeah, the Bengals come in with 8 wins on the season. They're missing 3 of their good players tonight because of injury, so it's going to be a little more of a challenge. I talked to Coach Athenes before, and as did you, and she talked about really it's the next player stepping up. As far as the Cardinals go, I talked to Coach Rositas here as well. I said, what's the attitude of the girls' 1-win team so far? She said it's been actually really, really good, and they're just playing to try and continue to get better. It's good to see her back on the bench.
Absolutely, and we talked about it with her before she got behind the bench for the first time before last season, about the process and knowing that there will be some growing pains, and her team was well aware of that as well, especially since last year's group, her first year, was led by a pretty strong senior class.
Yep, absolutely.
So this group came in with very little varsity experience. They have learned as they have played, and kind of thrown in the fire because this is a very tough conference to play in. They do have, a handful of girls who have been outstanding all year, and not surprisingly so from a couple of those seniors that have that experience, like Bella Nelson and Lydia Foster.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if the Cardinals can take advantage of Blaine maybe tonight, missing those 3 players, seeing if they can come away with a win here. We'd certainly love that as the regular season draws to a close.
Attack by Wilbur, picked up by the Bengals. Elena Curlin gets a kill in the middle and gets Blaine on the board first. Natalie Ashworth and Ariana Molk are the other 2 seniors on the roster for Coon Rapids. Bella Nelson on the attack. Bengals able to pick it up. Go back to their left side. The attack for Keller will find the floor. And the Bengals seeing if they can get on a run early.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Just try and keep it close, but, prevent those runs. And I think that's what the Cardinals need to do to stay into this one tonight. Just stay close. Keep the score close. You have an opportunity.
Last we saw the Cardinals against Andover a couple weeks back, and a lot of trouble with serve receive on that night. And it seems like such a easy maybe or minuscule part of the game, but it is absolutely essential when you have those struggles. And then communication was also a struggle at times for the Cardinals in that matchup against Andover. Very quick side out as Jakubiak gets the kill from the left side.
We saw a lot of that against Andover when the Cardinals were able to get that point, get service back, turning it over right away. Kind of a lot of pattern that in that Andover match. Hopefully not to do that here tonight.
Quick pass up near the net. Great save by Nelson going to the floor. Foster's attack. Diving save for Forrest. And that one is sent wide, so Coon Rapids will get the side out.
I like the thought there. She just tried to kind of get a little push it over the net and let it land in that far back corner. But as you mentioned, a little bit too much on it. Out of bounds.
2-2, not the prettiest of passes, but Bengals able to recover. Coon Rapids setting it up for Nelson, was a little late. Good save by Jakubiak, but then a carry called against the Bengals, and the Cardinals have the 3-2 lead.
Again, just is a perfect spot for them to stay close now with a little bit of a lead. See if they can, with service, they can open up a little bit of a lead on a run.
Riley Powers at the service line. May have been going long, but picked up near the back line, and the attack goes long for Chloe Keller.
Yeah, I think that service was long as well, Joe.
Oh, they said the Cardinals touched it, so
okay,
Bengal point.
Yeah, because I wasn't even sure if that one hit the line on that point, but a little contact forces it to go back to the Bengals, and they tie it up at 3.
Tacked right to the back line, a solid kill. Even the score at 4-all.
Yeah, you couldn't have placed that more perfectly. Just a really nice job of finding
or
that
5-3.
Far back corner. Just, that one was close, but just in.
Foster waits on it. Her attack picked up by Forrest. Plenty of power for Keller, but well past the end line. Cardinals get the side out.
As Neil Henna would say, a little too much hot sauce on that one.
Lexi Cuevas in to serve. Got some English on it, picked up by Keller. She'll attack. Wilbur near the back line. Cuevas is set too tight to the net. And the Bengals will get the side out.
Hold the early 6-4 lead here in set number 1.
Jakubiak serving. And she puts too much on it. Natalie Ratana will check in and head to the service line. And Ratana will serve up an ace to get us even at 6-all.
Yeah, great job winning that point and then getting service, and then you come right back with the ace. See it again here. It's a little bit of a mishit.
And that was just the, again, miscommunication on serve receive, and a struggle that is certainly not unique to the Cardinal program. Attack for Breitbarth. Cardinals turn it around. Wilbur will attack. It's long and was not touched. Bengals back in front.
Almost hit our cameraman, Paris Foster. Paris with a little hazard pay.
Cardinals have a chance off the scoreboard. Wilbur's going to put this one in play. I love it.
Well, they practiced that off the scoreboard.
Great save by Ratana. Wilbur on the attack. Bridgeford keeps it up. And that one is sent long by Jakubiak. And the Cardinals are going to win the point after the initial serve was somewhat mishandled. Went off the scoreboard and the Cardinals stayed focused.
Oh!
Cha-bing!
Yes, we provide our own sound effects. Boink.
And a service error as Ashworth puts a little too much on it. Back and forth we go with Blaine holding the 8-7 lead. Breitbarth picked up by Ratana. Attacking is Wilbur, bounced it over the top of the net into the floor for the kill. We're even at 8.
Well, the Cardinals have to feel pretty good so far through this first set, tied at 8. So you're going to see sometimes the tape is your friend. It certainly was there.
It was all part of the plan, I'm sure.
The scoreboard was as well. The one off the scoreboard was for sure.
Here, a Radke on the serve for the Cardinals. A solid strike from Bryn Keller. Find that back corner. Get Bengals the service back with a 9-8 lead. Avery DeSoto Weston to serve. Ratana passes right back up into the net. Good effort up close from Radke, but can't get underneath it.
Well, the Bengals looking to see if they can go on a run with a 2-point lead.
Wilbur will pass it across. Bengals set it up. And another kill for Bryn Keller. Makes it an 11-8 lead. Largest advantage of the set so far for either team. A little off-speed stuff from Bella Nelson. This one up through the girders. This one they can't recover. And the Bengals stretch it to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, starting to open up the lead here in set number 1, but Cardinals look to try to break serve and stop this little mini run by the Bengals.
Set just mistimed a little bit. Falls to the floor, and Blaine up 13-8. Service continues for DeSoto Weston. She has another ace. Timeout, Coon Rapids.
Cardinals are going to talk about things here now, down 6. I think it's a good timeout, just kind of regroup and get on the same page here.
Yeah, just about at the midway point of set 1. And
yep.
As you talked about, back and forth, right with them through the first 8 points. It's tied at 8 all, and since then, 6 unanswered for the Bengals. And Coach Talana Radzidits just wants to slow things down, have a little chat,
yep.
Regather focus, see if they can't get a side out of this timeout and go on a little bit of a run of their own.
Yeah, and maybe it takes a little momentum away from Blaine. They were kind of on a roll there. You stop action a little bit, talk about things. We'll see how it affects game coming back after this timeout. And talking to Coach, she said, yeah, it's the girls have really done a nice job of next up mentality with the 3 being out.
DeSoto Weston continues at the service line, and that one passed up near the net. Tap back to the floor by Bryn Keller, and the streak will continue.
The run definitely continues.
Wilbur on the attack. That one sent wide. Short set, flipped over the top though by Banks. Great save by Radke going to the knees.
Oh.
Attack by Wilbur was denied. She was there to pick it up, but a little too much on it. And the Bengals will get the point, up 9. Maddie Wilbur, one of those returning veterans, got a fair amount of time last season as a sophomore. Pass back across. Set up in the middle, but that one bounced off the net by Elena Kurland, and the Cardinals will finally get that side out they've been looking for.
A much needed side out for sure.
Maddie Wilbur will head to the service line, her team trailing by 8. Bengals, quick turn, solid attack by Jakubiak, but good dig by Wilbur, and then the kill by Lydia Foster.
Well, you just got to obviously play 1 point at a time and just try and get back into this one, now down by 7.
And a great, really a nice pass by Radke up close to the net, making sure she did not step across the line, put it in a spot where Foster could finish, and she did it. And an ace for Maddie Wilbur.
See, all you got to do is just go on a little bit of a run. Get right back into it.
Jakubiak a little late. Diving save by Maddie Wilbur. Nelson on the attack. This one passed back across. Wilbur is there. Set up for Foster on the left side, and she finds that back line.
That was a beautiful setup and a great kill shot to get the point. Cut the lead to 5. Cardinals a little run of their own now. And not much the Bengals could do on that one.
Picked up by Bridgeford. Quick set in the middle, and the kill for Kurland will end the run.
A nice run as it was to get back into this. Now Cardinals got to play strong D here.
Claire Forrest to serve for the Bengals. Wilbur is there. Set up for Nelson. She attacks. Pass right back across. Foster in the middle. Banks tips it over. Diving save for Bridgeford. On the attack, Jakubiak, and she will get the kill. Radke reached for it a little bit. Teammates not letting her know in time that it was probably
out.
headed wide.
The service error gets Cardinals the point, the serve back.
Riley Powers takes over at the service line for the home squad. Could desperately use another run. Great dig by Wilbur. That one back too close to the net, tipped down by Elena Kurland, making sure the Bengals get the point.
So Bengals first to 20 here. See if the Cardinals can prevent another run like Blaine went on when they had service last.
Bridgeford serving. This one tipped over, and Cardinals with a net violation.
Yep.
Back to an 8-point lead for the Bengals, creeping in on a set 1 win.
And they're just 3 points away from getting that first set.
Bridgeford's serve is out, so Coon Rapids still has life. They need another run, though.
They do.
And now they've gotten to the point where they really need the run to be almost perfect.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Where before, you know, you just can't allow Blaine to go on a run, need side outs right away. Great effort there from Riley Powers, but for not just a good heads-up play to tip it past the defense and to the hole in the floor. Got the Cardinals off guard a little bit. Jakubiak's serve picked up by Powers. Attacking is Moak. This one tipped over again, and DeSoto Weston catching the Cardinals sleeping. It'll be set point. 10-point lead.
That was a pretty point because it looked like that she was going to try for the set. You're going to see here, and then she decides, nope. She found that little soft spot on the floor and able to get the point.
Set in the middle, and the attack by the Cardinals was repelled. Another strong play at the net by Chloe Keller. Pushes it to the floor, and a first set win for the Blaine Bengals, 25-14. We will take a break. Be back with the second set after this. You're watching high school volleyball on CTN.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at the field house, it was tight in the early goings. Coon Rapids and Blaine were tied 8-all. The Bengals went on a couple of runs thereafter and clearly able to outscore the Cardinals then 17-6 down the stretch. But Cardinals can take heart in that first part, knowing that they had good points. They were able to play with them shot for shot. The early going, they just need to be able to keep those streaks from manifesting on the other side of the net.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it. Blaine's down a few players. Is this an opportunity to take advantage of a team that's maybe missing some stars, some of their better players? But one thing I talked to Coach Rositas about is attitude with the girls. And, you know, I said, how are the attitude with, you know, you're 1-16? So they're always smiling. They love each other. They feel that this is such a close-knit team. Because, you know, even though they're 1-16 on the season. So that's always good to see. I mean, they're always smiling. They're always together. And I you know, I really like that.
Well, and Coon Rapids, obviously, well, any team, you know, scores all start over.
Absolutely. Well, and as you talked about, you know, they played them tight in the beginning of that first set, and it's something they want to replicate here. You know, let's play them tight, maybe play with the lead for the majority of the set. So I think this is an important one because they would really like to get this one rather than having to go down 2-0 and try and fight back.
Yeah, just 2 home games remain for Coon Rapids tonight, and then next Tuesday they are also here at the Fieldhouse, or is it Monday? Hold on a second. Cuevas will start the service for the Cardinals. It is on Monday that they host Chisago Lakes. Quick turn and a quick side out for the Blaine Bengals.
Always
Kill for Bryn Keller on the right side.
Yeah, always nice to start with that side out. You get that first point, then now you get the service back. Give him the present right back.
Well, and Forrest take a little bit off, was trying to finesse it over the net. Came up just short. Turns into a service error, a side out, and a 1-all tie. Service for Maddie Wilbur. Anna Jakubiak with a kill on the right side, gets that lead, and the service right back for her squad.
Again, just keep it close.
Wilbur went to the floor, but couldn't quite get under the service from Bridgeford, and it is an error, or an ace rather. Long pass back, punched over by Cuevas. Attack by Kubiak is good to the back corner.
Again, a really nice set to Kubiak, and she had the good elevation, and she pounded it to that back corner.
We talk about you can only control so much.
Correct.
One of the things you need to do is keep long streaks from happening on the other side of the net, and that's what Blaine has going here early in set number 2.
misjudged that one a little bit.
I think she was being told that it's going out,
It's going out.
right
She
at
tried
the
to get
last
away
second.
from it. Yeah.
She caught it in the ear, so it's another ace, and it's a 6-1 lead. I'm sure that Riley is super excited that we were here for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Back-to-back aces, and now a 7-1 lead and a very early timeout for Coach Rudzitas and the Cardinals.
Yeah, and again, I think it's a good timeout for them because, you know, they're down 7-1. This is set number 2. We talked about just at the beginning, you do not want to fall behind 2-0. So, again, just talk about a few things and some of the things that they see on the court here in the second set.
Wilbur just kind of caught between spots where she could play that successfully and get timeout to try and get Cardinals refocused. Only used one timeout in set number 1, and the Bengals did win the next couple of points coming out of it, so it did not slow their roll the way the Cardinals had hoped. But certainly could use something to break their momentum here, up 7-1 early.
You know, we talked about that last time out. Maybe it does break momentum here for Blaine, but we'll see as they're going on a run here. There's Coach Rudzitas.
The coaches, Rudzitas.
Yes, the coaching team of
Talana
Rudzitas.
and Tia.
Yep.
And that one.
That one's just to make sure she didn't touch.
Riley, she started to go up for it and then able to let it go. And the Cardinals do win the side out of their timeout.
Yeah, good timeout for Coon Rapids because it does win that point and the service.
Riley Powers will serve. Set up left side and way long for Chloe Keller.
So now here comes the opportunity for the Cardinals, and they've got a couple of points. They can go on a run and tighten this score up.
They'll set it up for Keller again. This time she kept it in. Good dig by Wilbur. Ashworth tried to punch it around the defense, but came up short. Bengals will get the service back, still up by 5. Natalie Merrigan serving. Powers near the back line. Cuevas and then Nelson. Good save near the back line for Forrest. Tipped over into the floor for DeSoto Weston.
A couple of quick points for the Bengals to get their lead back to 6. 9-3.
Good dig by Wilbur. Radke plays it over. Set it up for DeSoto Weston. Powers couldn't quite control the spin. Great effort from Maddie Wilbur. Ran up into the stands after that one.
Well, she hustles. She definitely does.
Got around the linesman and still in pursuit. This time Merrigan's service is long.
Yep, smartly watches it go out.
Three seniors up front for the Cardinals. Radke's service is an ace.
Lead down to 5.
Took a little something off of that service. Bengals set it up on the right side. Keller's attack is long.
Opportunity here for Coon Rapids. Oh, as soon as I say that, it goes long.
Yep, it's all on you.
I'll take the blame.
So the Bengals get it back with a 5-point lead, up 11-6. And they send Chloe Keller to the service line. Wilbur's pass back across the net, tipped back by Bryn Keller. Keller rejected by Ashworth, and Cardinals keeping it up. Radke able to pass it over. The rally for that one by the Cardinals. They will not go quietly at all. Pushed over. Attack by DeSoto Weston. Good dig by Wilbur. Moak puts it over. Set in the middle, and Ashworth got a piece of the attack from Breitbarth, but just could not stuff it. And the Bengals will end up getting the point after that long volley.
Yeah, that was a nice volley by both teams, obviously, and Bengals come up with the win and then give it right back. Give that point right back to the Cardinals.
In the game, number 12, Lydia Foster. And number 18, Ryan Raleigh. Also in the game, number 1, Natalie Ratana. Ratana back to serve.
Natalie Ratana will come in and go to the service line.
Now, we talked about how they're short some players, which means some JV players are elevated tonight.
Bryn Keller gets the kill, gets the side out right back for Blaine. Interesting, or maybe only to me, but both teams number 1 named Natalie.
Natalie. I find that interesting.
Riley Powers picks up the serve. Ashworth on the attack. Bengals set it up for Bryn Keller. She delivers. And the lead is 14-7.
Now the Bengals trying to... Cardinals are calling another timeout. Red's here, of course, as he always is, getting a shout out from PA extraordinaire Mike DuPont.
He's wearing his team autographed volleyball shirt.
Yep. Red always represents.
Supporting the squad.
Red and I were talking about the excitement that is the Minnesota Vikings.
Not hard to get you going on that topic.
Oh, no.
I'm sure he is the same.
Yes, absolutely.
He will talk excitedly about just about any
Yes.
sports program.
Yes, he will.
But yeah, it's hard not to be excited about those Minnesota Vikings. They look awfully good.
So far.
And it's not just that they're 4-0, but they're beating good teams.
No, absolutely. They've beaten 3 very good teams.
And one,
One. And the Giants. Well, again, Cardinals need that side out on the service error.
and so Natalie Ashworth to serve. She is not number 1,
No,
but her name is Natalie.
Yeah, she's number 5.
A lot of power on that attack from Bryn Keller. Cardinals could not dig it out. And the Bengals more than happy to just trade points, up 15-8. DeSoto Weston was there for one of their longer runs in the first game. Takes over and spins one to the floor. Starts her service with an ace.
Yeah, quick ace. Gets that point. Gets another point for the Bengals, up now by 8.
She does it back to back. Albatao checks in for the Cardinals. Cardinals able to pass it back across. Set up for Kubiak. Good dig for Ratana. Attack for Foster is good for the kill.
Again, it's good play up front for the Cardinals.
The freshman Lexi Cuevas checks in, takes over at the service line. Kubiak didn't put a lot on it. Cuevas is there. Cardinals had to scramble a little bit, but Radke able to pass it across. Attack in the middle for Whistler. The Cardinals able to pick it up. Foster has to pass it across.
Oh.
And again, DeSoto Weston catching the Cardinals off guard and
Smart
pushes
volleyball.
it behind the defense.
Again, looks like she's going to set it up and then just the push over the net for that finds that hole in the floor.
Claire Forrest serving. Ratana picks it up near the back line. Radke got on top of it a bit too much. Bengals lead is 10. Natalie Merrigan back in. She is number 1.
She is.
For the Bengals. Claire Forrest is number 2. She's at the service line. Picked up by Lydia Foster. In the middle, Ariana Banks. Good dig by Bridgeford. Attack is long. I'm sorry, it's Azaria Banks. But the long play will give the Cardinals the side out.
Score 19-10 in favor of the Bengals. 19-10 was a good year. I remember it well.
You were what, 8, 10?
6.
You were born in 1904, so you're only 120.
I was mature for my age at 6, though. Let me tell you.
Radke attacking. Good save by DeSoto Weston. Chloe Keller will finally get a kill through the defense. Bridgeford will head to the service line. Her team up 10, 20-10. Elena Curlin checks in on the front line for the Bengals. Creeping ever closer to a 2-0 lead. Nelson, strong attack, but Bridgeford is there. Keller attacks, gets the kill. 21-10.
Yeah, Bengals again just doing a nice job here in set number 2 to build that lead. They continue service, looking to see if they can close it out on their serve.
Wilbur's pass, too far for Cuevas to save. Set for Nelson, it's blocked, good pickup. Cuevas tried to catch the Bengals napping, they weren't having it. Nelson another attack, Forrest digs it out. DeSoto Weston plays cross court, Cuevas is there, Banks punches it over. Quick set, a good attack from Curlin, but a great dig by Wilbur. Scramble for the Bengals and they get it back across. Radke took a little something off it, pushes it over the defense and to the floor. And the Cardinals win after a long volley.
Well, they gave the Bengals a little their own medicine there at the end of the point. Just a great job with just a soft little push over the net. Great save there. But just a nice job. Just a soft little push over the net. Finds that hole on the floor and gets the point. Miscommunication there by the Bengals.
I apparently gave the Cardinals 3 points for one.
You're a generous man, Joe.
Well, after that long volley, I figured it should be worth more than 1.
Deserves 3.
All of a sudden, I looked down at my score sheet. I'm like, where did that go wrong? Oh,
yeah,
they didn't get 3 points for that one?
It's that special 3-point play. Volleyball. It's new this year.
Cuevas just punches it over. Bengals scramble a little bit. DeSoto Weston passes it across. Wilbur, high pass. Radke is blocked, but it stays on that side. Bengals recover. Keller spun it wide. Cardinals get the side out, but still trail by 10.
Yeah, they obviously have a hole to dig out of, but with service, you get an opportunity.
Well, and they need a perfect run here for Radke. Just needs to reel off 10 straight points. No pressure whatsoever.
Not but a thing.
Tipped over by Curlin. Good save by Powers. Nelson on the attack, sends it long. And Blaine will get the service back with set point. Chloe Keller at the service line as Bryn Keller checks back in. And she will serve up the ace. Bengals will take a 2-0 lead with a 25-13 win here in the second. We will take a break. Be back with the third. Cardinals fighting to stay alive after this on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handicaps and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Back at the field house, and the Cardinals will be facing elimination as we start the third set. The Blaine Bengals more in control start to finish of set 2 than they were in set 1. They jumped out to a big lead early. They were up 7-1, and they never really looked back. Cardinals chipped away a couple of times, but never made a meaningful dent in that lead.
No.
And at the end, the Bengals able to stretch it out with strong play to finish, and they win with a 25-13 set score. Now up 2-0.
There you see the
and looking
final point.
to sweep.
And they will start with service.
Natalie Merrigan awaits the signal to start service. They're making sure we got all the right personnel on the floor and in the right spot.
Got to make sure everybody's ready. Officials are talking. Coach Diarezidis.
Now we've got the right personnel on. We'll check on the Blaine Bengals. Make sure they got the right, and it looks like they do.
Yep. Where it looks like we're good to go.
One step closer. We got to check the Blaine libero in, and then we're ready to go. Coach Steins has to feel pretty good about the position her team's in.
I would think so, especially
we talked about down a couple of key players and up against a rival and out to the 2 sets to lead, 2 sets to none lead. But the long service gives Coon Rapids the first point of this set, and it's the first time they've had the first point in a set.
Exactly the way they wanted to start. Get that point by service error and opportunity to go up 1-0 and with service.
Wilbur uses the tape to her advantage, gets another ace. Sent over by the Bengals. Chance for the Cardinals to set up for Radke. She gets the kill. Cardinals jump to the early 3-0 lead.
Well, they know how important that is, this third set, because they know if they don't win it, they're done.
Diving save by DeSoto Weston. Diving save on the other side for Powers. Bella Nelson gets the kill. Cardinals rolling. Had a couple of brief leads early in set 1. Did not lead at all in set 2. Right now, they enjoy a 5-0 lead.
I'll tell you, as good as Blaine looked in that second set, they don't look the same here in set number 3. And give the Cardinals credit to building a 5-0 lead.
Wilbur's run comes to an end. That one not long past the line, but out of bounds. The service error gives the side out to the Bengals and their opportunity.
Yep. And that ball just whizzed by Paris Foster's head. He doesn't even flinch.
Can't break that man's concentration.
No, absolutely. That's why we have the best in the business.
Nelson on the attack. She'll get the kill. Side out right back to the Cardinals.
And that 5-point lead back.
And Powers will start with an ace. Cardinals would have loved to have seen some streaks like this in set 1.
Absolutely.
But they want to keep it going as long as possible, and apparently it's that long as the kill in the middle for Curland.
Still a 5-point lead for Coon Rapids.
Alex Bridgeford at the service line, and she has been the architect of a couple of their longer runs in each of the first 2 sets. And I don't keep track, but I think she's got to have at least 4 or 5 aces tonight as well.
Well, she's got a powerful serve, and she's able to keep it low to the net, so it just gets over it, but doesn't clear by that much, and makes it more difficult, I think, for the Cardinals to return it.
Wilbur near the back line. Cuevas puts it where Nelson can attack. Bridgeford is there to pick it up. DeSoto Weston pushes it across, but she carried it. Cardinals will get the side out and the point. Back to a 5-point lead. Diving save in the middle for Maddie Wilbur. Attack for Keller. Cardinals got a piece of it, but not enough to stop it up.
Oh, that point will cut the lead in half.
Passed back across. Bengals try to push it over, but the win at the net for Moak gets the Cardinals that point.
Yeah, that ball got caught on the top of the net and allowed the Cardinals just to tap it over. 9-4 lead for Coon Rapids.
Natalie Ratana will check in and head for the service line. Across, Molk is there. Radke sets for Nelson. Her attack picked up by Bridgeforth. It's saved by the Cardinals as Merrigan tried to catch him sleeping. Back set. Great adjustment by Whistler. Didn't have a ton on it, but the pass in too tight to the net. Falls to the floor. Bengal point.
I wonder if Whistler's mother's here.
Why?
Whistler's mother. You know what that is?
No.
It's a painting. It's a very famous
Oh,
painting.
yeah. Okay.
They're never good when you have to explain them.
No. That pass did not get back around the post. Ryan Gabrielli serving for Blaine, and she sends it long. Cardinals jump to the lead from the very start, trying to hold it for the duration, avoid the sweep, but that sent long by Ashworth.
So I'll put it at 10-7.
Whistler serving, and she's got an ace. Lead down to 2. Cardinals have led by as much as 6 here in this second set.
Oh, just in
And
the
that
corner.
Powers thought she was playing it smart, gonna let it go out. Caught the line, and it's down to a 1-point lead. Cardinals able to recover, play that one back across. Attack and kill for Elena Curlin, and we're tied at 10.
Yeah, Blaine survived that 6-point deficit and able to come back and tie it up.
Whistler's mother, a painting by James McNeil Whistler.
Of his mother.
In 1871.
Yep, look at that.
It's 153 years old. Service was just long. So Coon Rapids back in front. But they need to rebuild that lead, up 11-10. Cuevas in to serve. Curlin curled that one around the defense and to the floor.
Yes, she did.
11-all.
Well, much better set for Coon Rapids here so far. As we're knotted at 11.
Foster's attack picked up by DeSoto Weston. Keller sends it well long.
I tell you, Kurt Walrath has been tracking down balls. He's got cat-like quickness.
Well, he's got a lot of length too.
He
That
does.
helps.
No.
You don't have to be as quick.
Stretch
I
Armstrong
have to take about 5 steps
to his
to
one.
cover his wingspan. This one off the banner, and the Bengals able to get it back in play. Nelson crushed it, but just wide.
I like the thought there too.
She does. She's got a gun.
Yes, she
for
does.
sure. She fired, but found a spot. There were no players. Unfortunately, it was outside the lines. And Claire Forrest will be serving, tied at 12. Nelson's attack partially blocked. Bengals try to scramble but cannot. Return.
Well, this one's certainly back and forth. Cardinals now with a 1-point lead.
Powers serving for the Cardinals. A little miscommunication, but punched over by DeSoto Weston. Quick serve, set in the middle. Ashworth is denied. Radke will pass it to the back corner. Quick set. Finds the middle of that defense again. Natalie Merrigan smartly catches the Cardinals off guard. It's tied at 13.
Bridgeford again with the service.
Nelson attacking and put it into the net.
It's the first lead of the.
I was
of
just
three.
going to say this
Set
is
three.
the first lead of set 3 for the Blaine Bengals, who trailed 5-0 very early. Cuevas sets it up for Nelson. Goes to the backcourt. Bridgeford. The attack through the defense for DeSoto Weston. (15-13) as Bridgeford serves. Good dig by Maddie Wilbur. She's had a great game defensively. A couple of solid attacks as well, but outstanding. I don't know, but I would say probably she's got to be in the high teens or low 20s for digs. Bengals will miscommunication, allow it to drop on their side of the net, and the Cardinals will get the service down 1.
Yeah, again, you just a good spot for them here with the service.
Attack picked up by Radke, punched over by Bella Nelson. Bengals pass it across. Radke's set. Ashworth punches it over. Keller on the attack. Card's got a piece of it. Wilbur there to dig it out. Nelson attacking. Merrigan is there. Keller sends it too long.
Just a little out. That ties it up at 15.
Cardinals trying to stay alive, force this to a 4th and potentially 5th and final. Never easy to come back from an 0-2 deficit, but it is possible. Cardinals running a little too much on that one, and Bengals get the point and the service up 16-15. DeSoto Weston serve picked up by Riley Powers. Nelson a little late to it and stepped across the line.
Yeah.
Had to hustle to get to the attack. DeSoto Weston puts it into the net.
That gives the Cards the point and the service back, trailing by 1.
DeSoto Weston, just a sophomore for Bengals. She's had a solid match tonight. Natalie Ratana to serve for Coon Rapids. Keller on the attack. Powers digs it out.
Great dig.
Foster will pass it across. Set in the middle and the kill for Kaylee Whistler. Gabrielli to serve again, and this one into the net.
Tough one for the Bengals. They were able to open up a little bit of a lead. Now get that service error and the service back to the Cardinals.
Number 6, Alba Tao.
Alba Tao in to serve. Just an 8th grader getting some varsity PT. As we talk about the building of this program. Good save by Tao in the back corner as well. This time tipped over. The Cardinals were ready for it. Radke dug it out. Foster on the attack. This set for DeSoto Weston. Good dig by Ratana. Banks punches it over the defense. Set for Bryn Keller. She finds the middle of the defense. Natalie Ashworth back in and then right back out to allow the libero Powers to come in. Banks in the middle, she's denied. Cardinals able to keep it up. Passed across by Powers. Quick set in the attack right to the back line for Elena Curlin.
Yeah, Curlin with just really a nice shot. Get it to where the Cardinals can't defend it. Finds that back corner, as you mentioned.
And a 2017 lead for the Blaine Bengals. They get 21 as Whistler dials up the ace. Put that run right into the midsection of Natalie Ratana, and nothing she could do with it. Near the back line, Ratana to the front. Foster on the attack, way too long. Bengals up to 5-point advantage, just 3 points away from sweeping up on their conference rival Cardinals. And this is something that they have been able to do late in each of the first 2 sets. Is go on runs at the end.
Close it out.
And able to secure those wins, and now up 6. Coon Rapids going to take a timeout, down 6.
Yeah. You know, in danger of obviously dropping this one with just 2 points needed for the Bengals to win it 3, but Cardinals sure would like to prevent that. But this has been their best set quite by far of the 3. Certainly,
and it started with a 5-0 lead. That always helps. But they have played strong throughout this set, and unfortunately, everything just kind of slipping away here at the end.
We'll see what this timeout does. If they can regroup.
Well, they were able to score coming out of their timeout in set 2. They were not able to score the next point after timeout in set 1. The law of averages says it could go either way.
Yep.
It's a 50-50 shot.
It is a 50-50
Either they
shot.
will
or they
will not
God.
win the point.
My partner, the scholar.
Kaylee Whistler to serve for the Bengals. Picked up by Ratana.
Well, now the Bengals
and now
can feel
it's
it.
going to be match point as Whistler returns to the service line. Whistler's serve picked up by Powers. Set for Moak. She pushes it across. Bengals set it up for Bryn Keller, her attack picked up by the Cardinals. They pass it across. Another good save as Moak passes it across. Here comes Keller again. Cardinals again are ready for it. Foster attacking from their left side. Keller is there. Keller to attack in the middle. She gets the kill. And the Bengals get the sweep with a 25-17 win here in set 3.
Yeah, nice job by the Bengals after falling behind. You talked about it, 5-0 to start this set. Just stayed with it. Did a really nice job of then getting it back to even at 10. And I think, at that point, they just made sure that they were going to control set number 3 and call it a sweep.
Well, we talk about it a lot. This is a team, and you mentioned it a couple of different times. The attitude in the locker room has been great, according to talks with Coach Radzidits, and it's been that way for a number of programs. It's never easy to find positives in a 1-16 season.
Yep. Nope.
But you have to again trust that process and understand you are getting better one step at a time, and learn what you can, take the positives that are there, and be stronger tomorrow.
Well, that's what we talked about. I mean, she said just the girls are just trying to get better every time out.
Well, we always try to get better every time out and get stronger with every broadcast. Swimming and diving on Thursday, a very special guest.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you who. You have to tune in
tease you
to find out. That's on Thursday night, starting at 6 o'clock. We have football homecoming against the number 1 ranked Maple Grove Crimson on Friday night. And we will see one or the other, possibly both, if they're at the same venue. But girls and boys soccer playoffs begin next Tuesday. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the Bengals in 3, 25-14, 25-13, 25-17. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Director Joel Sipper and my partner Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say good night.